Let's round off this interview by what I call the Dari Babarinsa reflections. Do you think Bola Ige should not have joined the Obasanjo government?
Well, people get wiser after the event. When Chief Ige was approached by President Obasanjo, let me start from the beginning. Chief Ige and Chief Obasanjo were both members of the cabinet of Major General Adebayo, when Adebayo was governor of Western State. Bola Ige was a commissioner. Obasanjo was the commander of the Ibadan garrison organization. By that position, he was a member of the cabinet. So they have been friends for many years. So when Obasanjo was made the presidential candidate of the PDP, he came to Ibadan to talk to Chief Bola Ige, asking for his support. And Bola Ige said, "No, I will not support you. We will meet on the field." Then he said he would like to come and talk to Afenifere. That's Chief Obasanjo now. So he came to an Afenifere meeting in Babarinsa's house. Obasanjo was there. So although the meeting ended almost like a fiasco, because Babarinsa said, "We don't want to see non-Yoruba people in this meeting." And Obasanjo said, "I'm contesting for the presidency of Nigeria, not of Yoruba land. Therefore, those who are non-Yoruba who are here should need to stay with me." And Babarinsa said, "Then, Aremu, you need to go out. We will not allow that." So
the meeting ended.
That was 1998 or early 1999.
Interesting.
Yes. So when he now invited Chief Ige to come and join the government, Chief Ige decided that this is not a decision I could take alone. So a meeting of Afenifere leadership from all over Yoruba land was called to Onyx Plaza in Ikeja. That was where Bola Ige tendered the letter and said, "This is what I have been given." And the meeting, everybody spoke in that meeting, and they supported Bola Ige joining the government.
They did?
Yes.
Was Adebanjo in that meeting?
Now, the only person who spoke against it was Adebanjo, who said he would not agree with that. Adebanjo then was the acting leader, acting chairman of the AD. So he said, "No, I don't think we should allow our first 11 to join the Obasanjo government." So Bola Ige felt all the leadership had supported them. That was the only objection on that day. Nobody else did. At Onyx Plaza.
Adesanya supported him?
All of them. Everybody spoke on that day now. They said he could go. Adesanya presided over that meeting. So all the leaders were there. So Bola Ige went for that appointment, where unfortunately it did not last.
Who killed him?
How can you be asking me such a question? How would I know who killed Bola Ige?
But you know the circumstances.
Yes, the circumstances are very, very unfortunate. I remember I visited him in Ikoyi, in his wife's official residence, a few days before he was killed. And I was met there by my friend, Odia Ofeimu. And he was telling us that he was going to join the International Criminal Court. That he was resigning from the government of Chief Obasanjo. So the letter that he has drafted, he showed it to me. I read it and pointed out some few things that I needed to change there. and I gave the letter to Odia, who's a very well-versed in the English language. So Odia also read the letter. So it was after Uncle was killed that the letter was found in his room in Abuja. I don't think he ever, I don't know whether he submitted one copy to Obasanjo or not. But a copy of the letter was found in his room.
Can that letter, do you think somebody saw that letter and that has implications?
I don't think so. I think, well, I don't know. Let me just say that the death of Uncle Bola was a very dark chapter for all of us. It's as if we became orphaned, those of us who were very close to him.
The way the security men left the scene?
The whole thing was mysterious. And let me tell you why I believe it was mysterious. Let me explain. I'm from Okemesi Ekiti, which is the next town to Esauke, Uncle Bola's hometown. So, Uncle Bola knows my house in Okemesi. Of course, I go to his house regularly in Esauke. So, he was to go home because as the Asiwaju of Esauke, on December 24th of every year, he will host a Yale party. Everybody will be there. So, on that day he was killed, he was supposed to go to Esauke. He was supposed to go to Esauke that day. He was not supposed to come to Ibadan at all. But he went to see his brother in the hospital, the retired permanent secretary. He went to see him at Lut, who was ill. And then he said, it was late, let me go sleep in Ibadan. All the cook, the steward, everything has been moved to Esauke. In fact, the police who were supposed to guard his house, they were in Esauke. Nobody was expecting him in Ibadan. There was a police contingent in his house in Esauke, waiting for him that night. So it was just maybe an impulse, just let's go and sleep in Ibadan. And when they got to Ibadan, there was no food in the house. There was so all the security people said, okay, you take money, go and find something to eat. Then Uncle went to.
But they all left at the same time.
Yes.
So the gunman, who is the gunman?
I don't know how it happened. It's mysterious because no, they were not really expecting Uncle Bola in Ibadan that night. Nobody was doing, so he was not supposed to be in Ibadan. We were expecting him in Esauke.
More than 22 years, we cannot find answers. What a land.
Can we find answers? After his death, I went to, I think they called the place Lion Building to make a statement to the police. I made a request that they should do fingerprinting of his clothes. Because those people rough handled him. It was said they touched his clothes before he was shot. But I don't think that was ever done. So if no fingerprinting was done, the certainty of knowing who did the job could not be achieved.
He was a great thinker, right?
Extraordinary man. Extraordinary man. You can never get tired of Bola Ige. And having known him, you cannot remain the same.
Do we still have such political leaders?
I'm not in search of anyone.
Why are you not searching?
One Bola Ige is enough for a lifetime.
You miss him? He inspired you.
I told you we collaborated together. He was our chairman, I was the secretary. So we used to sleep on the same bed.
And I wonder why you've never contested for a political position.
After his death, I tried to be governor of Ekiti State. But later, I just said, that's enough.
It didn't work out?
No.
Why did you give up?
That's another story entirely.
Are you going to write a story about Bola Ige someday?
It will be part of the stories I'm writing. I've written a lot about Bola Ige, and I'm still going to write. I can never get tired of writing about it.
I need a book from you.
Too many things about Bola Ige.
You do a book for us.
Too many things about Bola Ige. Too many things.
Because I'm thinking there should be a school of thought.
So when he died, and we did a day of tribute at Cultural Center here in Ibadan, I gave a very short speech. But Bola Ige is very present, even with us now.
He was spiritual?
Yes, he was. Any great leader has to be spiritual, because power is not a tangible entity without spiritual attachment.
Can you explain more?
Power is a spiritual substance.
How?
Because you are infusing influence on people. So if you have brutal power without the capacities for spiritual influence, your power is limited.
So when you say spiritual influence, I go to church? I go to mosque? Is that what you mean?
No. Beyond that.
So what do I mean?
When you look at people like Bola Ige, even though they are not present, you feel them.
He was a member of the Rosicrucian Order?
I don't know. I'm not certain.
Why you don't know?
Because I didn't say, I'm not a member now. So, and I believe Rosicrucian Order is something like a brotherhood in which...
But did you feel that sense of brotherhood around him?
I was very close to him. I didn't see those things we are talking about, but I was very close to him.
Was it similar to Awolowo?
Awolowo was a different kind of leader, and I was not close to Awolowo at all.
From what you have read?
Yeah, I was not close to Awolowo. But he worshipped Awolowo.
He did?
Yes, he did. In 1998, after the speech at Metropolitan Club, where he declared that he would like to be president, then we met in Ibadan. I said, can we open an office called Bola Ige for President Office? He said, we cannot do that. I said, why? He said, our leader will not like it. I said, which leader are you talking about? I said, we have our leader, that's Obafemi Awolowo. Awolowo had been dead for many years at that time. So many things, stories about Awolowo I heard from him. I never had the opportunity of a closer encounter with Papa Awolowo. Never.